stört ja keinen.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
Ja klar.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful, white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind.
Na, reden wir von
She
einem
likes
Träger.
walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Safe ein Träger.
That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
Wenn die schon zu sagen, so ja, ist ja kein Hund oder so, gehe ich mal von aus, dass das eine Trägerin ist.
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet. Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Junge, weißt du, guck dir mich an. Ja, gepflegt, sauber, geile Klamotten, fettes Schwert. Und dann sieh dich an in deinen Bauernlumpen und dann redest du so herablassend mit mir, ne? Gib mir alle auf den Sack. Diese Fliege auch. Hau ab jetzt. Mann. Die kotzen mich alle so an, Alter. Wie kann man so scheiße sein? Richtigen Hass auf die. Doch ein Hund.
Chloe?
Nein.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl? Is that someone napping on the job?
Das ist Chloe. Ich sag doch, Chloe ist
I hope they don't mind the interruption.
kein Hund. Alter, wenn dir eine Fliege ins Gesicht fliegt, ne? Sag doch, das ist kein Hund.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favorite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Krieg diese Fliege noch. Also wirklich, ne? Ich habe gedacht, okay, am Anfang so mit den Trägern, okay, Sklaven, bla bla bla. Lassen sie halt ein bisschen für sich schuften, okay, vielleicht auch mal ein bisschen zu viel. Aber das, was ich hier jetzt so gerade die ganze Zeit so mitkriege und sehe, es macht mich so sauer einfach, ne? Das muss man im Spiel lassen. Das kriegt es sehr gut hin. Weil man soll sich wahrscheinlich, denke ich mal, so fühlen. Also wer das...
How do they expect us to finish the harvest when the ones the capital sends us are already half stone?
Also, wie gesagt, das muss man schon lassen. Also, ne, das kriegt das Spiel sehr gut hin, dass man so einen Hals auf die Leute kriegt. Und ganz ehrlich, also, wer hier nicht sauer wird irgendwann, also der weiß ich auch nicht. Ist kein Mensch.
Are as intolerant as Isabel says. It's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Das ist echt nicht schön. Das ist alles andere als schön.
What do you want?
Ich möchte einfach alle schlagen, nur noch, ehrlich. Kotzen mich alle an. Sind alle scheiße. Wenn diese Fliege nicht gleich geht, ich schwöre, ich raste hier gleich aus. Die Mami wahnsinnig. Nee, hab ich aus dem verbraucht vorhin.
Ja.
Nehmen wir mal wieder mit.
Take it.
Ja, Invictus könnte ich verkaufen, will ich nicht, das bleibt. Weil das halt das ist ein wichtiges Schwert, das ist ja quasi ein Erbstück von damals. Das hat ja quasi sein Dad ja an Murdoch weitergegeben, deswegen möchte ich das schon ganz gerne behalten. Und dieses Metias-Kreuz ist halt ein Teil von der Rüstung von seinem Dad quasi. Daher möchte ich das eigentlich auch gar nicht abgeben irgendwie. Das möchte ich schon alles gerne behalten. Hat einen emotionalen Wert, sagen wir so. Das bleibt.
Not enough for you. Pity that.
Stellung. Gut.
Thanks for nothing.
Ich möchte hier einfach alle schlagen. Wirklich alle, die hier kein Brandmal tragen und schon diesen abgefuckten, nervigen Unterton haben. Alle wie direkt behandeln. Die möchte ich einfach alle schlagen. Wirklich. Ich habe dieses Bedürfnis. Die machen mich so sauer. Schon widerlich ist das, ey.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Okay. Der Händler ist also hier, ja? Hier machen wir. Den prügeln wir auch weich. Oh ja, Kumpel.
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for a constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Ah! Krieg diese blöde Fliege nicht. Wie ihr jetzt gerade einen Bumm gehört habt, das war ich auf mein Sofa geschlagen habe, weil ich versucht habe, die Fliege zu töten. Ah! Blöd Kackvieh. Das nervt. Okay, da hinten soll ich also hin. Fliegen sind auch so dumm, die lernen es nicht, ne? Oh Mann. Die merken die ganze Zeit, dass man angegriffen wird und keine Ahnung, oder dass sie angegriffen werden. Kommen wir trotzdem einfach immer wieder. Oh nein, da hinten ist sie tot. Das hat sich jetzt gerade sehr lustig angehört. Ja, die sind beide tot. Sind beide hops gegangen. Na super. Den ganzen Weg hierher und weißt du, und dann beide einfach weg.
Damn it all. Bodies.
Ja, das ist sie.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Das ist der erste Soldat, der einfach vernünftig ist. Der vernünftig mit einem Träger redet.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Krass, den Typ mag ich. Der ist okay. Und ja, irgendwie sterben die alle. Das ist hier wohl der gute Ton, ne? bisschen blöd. Aber gut, was will man machen? Ist halt die Frage, wäre wie schnell gewesen, wäre sie noch am Leben? Ich bezweifle es, weil die sind ja schon einige Tage weg. Und er meinte, das Blut ist schon trocken.
Of course you could, had it not been personal.
Lausch mal kurz. Was? Aus? Nee. Natürlich doof.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived.
Yay!
They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Ja, zumindest das, was übrig geblieben ist.
I see. My dear Tatien. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
Ja, haben wir jetzt wieder
I
gemerkt, ne?
found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Ja, Auftrag abgeschlossen, aber ohne gutes Ende, ne? Mann, 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 Mann. Warum müssen eigentlich immer alle sterben? So frustrierend.
I should go.
Go,
Before
go.
you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Schade, wieder verfehlt. Mann! Das, was ich jetzt gerade gehört habe, aua, war, wie ich mir auf den Oberschenkel gehauen habe. Hier, hast du auch mal wieder was verdient. Ein Süßer. Ah, diese blöde Fliege. Die Mami wahnsinnig. Hier, komm, Christoph. Streicheleinheit. Dicker. So. Die sind da hinten irgendwo. Okay, wenn ich da hinten rausgehe, kommen wir da so einen Weg lang. Ist klar. Ah, das zwiebelt jetzt gerade. Das ist unangenehm. Hier so? Ja, da muss ich irgendwie lang. Ich hab geguckt, ob noch alles läuft. Oh, du blöde Fliege. Ich weiß, ich habe gerade ein Attentat auf dich verübt, aber du musst mir nicht ins Gesicht fliegen.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
Okay, wir nehmen gerne die Hintertür, ne? Die Lusthöfe. Ah, okay.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than it.
Ja, genau, ja. Ja. Modelle.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
Warte, das ganze Geld hier. Weil ich bin ja auch nicht armer Schlucker, aber jetzt
How do we proceed?
viel.
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut.
Ja, so eine Abkürzung
And how
kennen wir.
exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before.
Ja, dabei macht ihr nicht solche Background-Geräusche. Das ist ja
But that's not important.
furchtbar.
Sid, if the mother crystals truly are the cause of the blight,
If you wound me, Jill.
what I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Ah, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Okay. Wir sind also so gut wie drin, ja? Schön. Mit weniger Background-Geräuschen da. Warum mussten die denn ausgerechnet in ein Bordell gehen? Ich hoffe, das ist jetzt nicht problematisch. Vielleicht pegel ich einfach den Game-Sound noch einen Ticken drüber. Ich habe ja brav drüber gelabert. Ja, mal schauen. Ich habe ein bisschen Bedenken, was YouTube dazu sagt. Es ist, ich meine, man hat nichts gesehen, aber man hat es gehört. Ich weiß nicht, wie empfindlich YouTube ist. Ich werde einfach schauen, naja, ne? Wie laut es dann tatsächlich ist. Ich möchte jetzt einmal ganz kurz eine Pause machen, bevor wir hier jetzt in das neue Drama reinstarten. Der Drachenkopf, seit Jahrhunderten wacht Drachenkopf majestätisch schweigend und regungslos über Sambrek und seine glorreichen Hauptstadt. ja, wir schauen uns das gleich an, würde ich sagen. Ich mache eine kurze Pause. Und dann geht's hier spannend weiter. Bis gleich.